Good evening, Star Pupils. I'm your host, friend, and life coach, Mrs.Divine, and I bridge the gap between intuition and intelligence. So, I have a word of the week for you today. Okay, so what is the difference between carefree and careful? What is the difference between careful and carefree? And the follow-up question is, why do you tell people to be careful? When you look up the etymology of that word and you see what that word originally meant and understand that it still holds that vibration because words do speak to us because they're energy, then you will see that a better word, more suited for what you mean when you're used to telling someone, to be careful, is be mindful. So instead of using the word careful, so we can raise the vibration and speak the truth at its purest that we know it to be, it's better suited if you tell someone to be mindful when you want to say be careful. So this is my Tai Chi thing moment, right? So, and in my Tai Chi class, I always find it funny, right? Because words pop out to me. So I always find it funny that it'd be like our next move, because like we're learning all the different steps. We're learning all the different steps and short form. And I would ask him like, what is the name of this move? Because I'm trying to like put it together in my head. And he'll tell me something. He'll tell me something like, monkey grabs the pearls. Monkey grabs pearls or something like that. And you'll think of it like, oh, okay, that's simple enough. Some other things he says are like really funny. And it's like, that's a strange name like that. And it's funny because he'll say, well, the real name of it is, and he'll say it in Chinese like Tung or something, but that I'm just saying anything. But he really says what it really is. And so I always just like get a tickle out of the way he does it, all dramatic and stuff, like how they are when they speak the language. So he's really, he has a real good accent. He has a good grasp of how to say it and what it means. But it's funny because the same feeling I get when I hear the name in English, it's kind of strange. It's exactly what I get when I hear the name in the native language. Okay. I'm going to show you Tiger Gets Pearls. It's one of the 5 animals in Tai Chi. Reach for the heavens. Tiger grabs pearls. Breathe in. In. So someone just told me that they appreciated my words, right? Normally when you hear something like that, you may think, or sometimes it comes off like it's just something somebody's saying, not that it really means anything. Like kind of like you could have kept your words, but if you understand the deeper meaning of it, even if you understand the deeper meaning of it, you know that to mean that they understand there's power behind your words. Okay, and there really is. Words are something that if you give to someone, it's a gift to them if they're able to receive it. And their subconscious is always able to receive it. So, unless they are willing against it. So if it's somewhere in their subconscious to want it, they'll receive it, even if it takes other things for them to get there. For example, a person who may feel down and out, right? And you try to give them like words of encouragement or just words to focus on or a mindset to focus on instead of the one that they currently are in, because like a mindset is a choice, right? If they choose to focus on it, it's because their subconscious decided that when it heard your words, that somewhere in that it wanted to do that too. The inner you wanted to do that too. If the inner you does not want to do that, it will not do that. Your subconscious will hear it and be like, no, that's not really, what I want. If you consciously know that too, right? So, and your subconscious speaks with your conscious, so it knows it too, right? So, appreciate people's words. Okay, a lot of times when I go out to eat or something like that, I will leave a tip for somebody. And I will leave a verbal tip as well. And to me, my verbal tips always are like doubling whatever the monetary amount is. Because words are powerful and words do stick with you. Today, I also wanted to touch on a point that may be hard for some people to really grasp and acknowledge. But may you keep an open mind as you continue to listen, because I see things in a different kind of perspective where it's less and less attachment to something, and the less you are attached to it, the more you're able to handle and see the truth. Okay? And so here's the topic, right? The prayer line. How many of us have parents or relatives that go on the prayer line weekly, more than once a week, often, right? If you start your AM off on the prayer line, you are inviting more sadness and mourning and things like that to your morning in the first place, because you're normally doing it like to start your day, right? So that's the start of the day. And then you're tuning into that frequency, because many times people aren't on the prayer line saying, pray about my success, or pray and everybody say thank you for what just happened to me or what I just accomplished, right? Most people are, or even just to say, everybody say thank you to me and say how grateful you are. Maybe that's what y'all should start doing, because that's not what ends up happening. People get on the prayer line because they're going through something, right? They're expressing their woes and their worries to everyone who's on the prayer line. And those who are like pillars of the community are people who really just care about other people, right? They are the ones who are on the prayer line faithfully. Therefore, their frequency is being manipulated every time they get on the prayer line to that of whatever the main frequency is of the theme of that prayer line, right? So if it's a whole bunch of people on there saying, I just want to say, everybody let's just say thank you to God, all at the same time or whatever. And that's what they did mostly. And there was like one or two who called because they really were getting something off their heart that was, sad or worried or whatever the case is, that they're going through something. Then the theme you will leave overall charged up and grateful for life and at higher vibrations. But if most of the calls are those lower vibrational ones that are real stuff, people really be dealing with stuff, right? They really do be needing support of other people because things aren't necessarily going the way that they choose for it to go in life, right? So that's okay. But if that is the frequency, then those who are on the prayer line often, or even just for that one day, are manipulating their regular frequency that they would be at with their normal, everyday, natural to them life stuff that happens, and it's being changed to that of the tone of the
prayer line. So just look at your life. You don't even have to agree or disagree with me. I want you to see the truth for what the truth is, okay? Look at your life. If you're someone who be on the prayer line, okay, or even if you're someone who called the prayer line, what did you call about? Did you call to tell everybody to say, thank you together, or I'm grateful, I love you, anything? Or were you calling because you needed support, or you were expressing whatever misfortune was happening in life right at that moment, right? That's okay if you were. I'm just saying, look at it. Look at it for the truth, right? And if you are someone who's on the prayer line often, or once a week, whatever, I don't know how it works, but if you're on the prayer line often, and if you feel like it's your duty, that's like multiplying that times 2, right? The effect that it will have on you. So if you're on there often, ask yourself, how often do I leave there feeling just charged up, right? How has my week been going? How has my life been going? How does my heart feel? Does your heart feel light and joyous and happy because you are devoting your energy to this prayer line and to others who need your prayers or who request your prayers? Or are you feeling sad? Now you feeling like you need people to pray for you because now life is taking you through something, right? Or your heart is heavy because you're that type of person. If you're on the prayer line faithfully, you care about people, so you are naturally empathetic, right? So if you're that person, then you are going to tune into that energy and it's going to be multiplied for you. You're going to feel that along with the natural ones that happen in your life as well, right? So tuning into the prayer line all the time has an effect, and the effect is not necessarily an effect that works out for the better of you. A lot of times that effect is something that tunes you down or turns down your frequency and puts you all out of whack of what you normally would be. So a lot of people who are on the prayer line a lot either have things that are going on now or fall into depression easily. And I'm not saying that like all people are like this, right? But I'm saying take a look at you as a you. Take a look at your mom as your mom. Take a look at your aunt as your aunt. Take a look at your friend as your friend. Take a look at your sister. Is it your sister? Take a look at your brother as your brother. And I'm saying this because for our people, the prayer line is something our people do. I don't know about no other religion. Y'all can comment below and tell me if any other races or even religions outside of the Christian religion, Baptists, to me that's all the same, but it's not. I don't know if these other religions or other races have things like the prayer line. Okay? That's something I would really like to know the answer to. Do they have something like the prayer line? If not, who the hell invented it, A? And B, you want to raise your vibration. You want to raise your vibration and maintain your vibration. Okay? That's what you want to do. So choose wisely the settings you put your mind into before agreeing to do something or before making it a routine. If you know you're going to walk into stress every day, understand what you're doing. As long as you understand what you're doing, you can have that much power within you to control or transmute the energy into the places you need or want for the vibration you desire. Right? But that's because you have to be aware of it. So I'm not saying, if you love the prayer line, I'm not saying stop the prayer line, right? Stop your role and how you feel you're showing up for the people in the world or people in your community. What I am saying is understand what it can do so you can be on top of that and change it to what you intend for it to do.